You are highly welcome to OPATAFUOR channel, OPATAFUOR YouTube TV channel. Kindly do me a favor by sharing this live telecast to a lot of people as much as you can, especially the groups that we've created on WhatsApp, on Facebook. If you can share this on your profile on Facebook, kindly do me a favor. So share the link to a lot of people. Tell them that I'm live. Most people are not aware that I'll be coming live. But you that are still alive and not asleep, kindly share the link for me so that we can get to a lot of people. Leave your comment at the comment section and tell me exactly where you're watching me live from so that I can commend you for that. Share the link, share the link, share the link. Good evening, Noah. How you doing? I believe you're doing great. Share the link for me. Share the link for me. Tell people that I'm live. Most people are not aware that I'll be coming live. Share the link for me. Thank you, Mr. Victor. Why are you watching me live from? You watch me from the US. Share the link for me. Tell people to come online. I want to talk to you tonight. Mr. Tinedu, how you doing? I believe you're doing great. Share the link for me. Tell people to come watch this. Abubakar, a very good evening to you, wherever you're watching me live from. Mr. Obed Ochre, how you doing? Share the link to me, especially the groups that is solely dedicated for OPATAFUOR and Zenith of Heaven's ministry. Share this live telecast into that group. And then the groups that is created on Facebook, you can as well do share this on your profile on Facebook. I'll be much grateful for that. So share this link for me. Tell people, invite them. Most people are not aware. Miss Ivadu Boahin, Mensa Richard, how you doing? I believe you're doing great. Big ups to you, Grace Wilson. How you doing? Tell a lot of people to come online, to come listen to the Word of God tonight. I've got something to inspire you with. I've got something to keep you on your toes. Shout out to Akil Kuna. How you doing? Anastasia Andama. How you doing too? Share the link to a lot of people. Tell them that our OPATAFUOR is live. I am much grateful to have you tonight. Indeed, God has been so good to us. We are still swimming in a pot of health. We are alive and kicking. We haven't heard any bad news so far. God has been so great. We began this year, most of you people were down spiritually. You were financially incapacitated, but so far, I think that God has been so good unto us. God has been able to see us through to this August. And I believe that God will do signs and wonders in our life. By the end of this year, every problem that you find yourself in, the Spirit of God will solve it for you. Yes, that's how I believe it. I believe the Spirit of God that by the ending of this year, God will solve your problems. God will eventually give you your heart desires. God will never sit there, looked unconcerned and allow you to suffer. Sometimes he tests the very core of our faith with some petty issues. But in spite of all this, the Spirit of God is there to strengthen you, help you out. He will never leave you and allow your enemy to devour you. That is one thing that you have to understand. Yes. Tonight, I deem it great and expedient to share this with you. I've already told you the last time that we met that I've had a lot of experiences in life. I've had a lot of experiences in life. Me being a pastor wasn't an easy thing. I was raised on the street, and the street has always taught me a lot of lessons. So sometimes when I open a camera like this, the only thing that I can do for you is to share my life experiences with you. And that's the only thing that I can share. When you read the scriptures very carefully, you see something. Bible says that when Jesus was walking on the streets of Jerusalem, propagating the gospel, all those that he converted for God, those who were rich among them, these people never denied Jesus with the sort of their riches, their wealth. They supported the ministry of Jesus to a point where they became exhausted. Matthew in the scriptures was a GRA boss, the revenue officer of that time. He was the boss of all the revenues collected. He champions all the revenues that is being collected in the land of Israel during the days of Jesus Christ. This man left his work to support Jesus, to help him propagate the gospel across the length and breadth of this world. Mary Magdalene was a very good woman. When Jesus got her born again, this beautiful woman was blessed with something. So she supported the ministry of Jesus. So somewhere along the way, they became broke, unable to support Jesus financially again. So the entire ministry was in a state of perplexity. They needed more hands to support them so that they can carry the gospel to where the gospel has not reached. One day, when they were outside, held in a crusade, one of these Pharisees ran into them and asked them questions. And what they said was that, is it good for somebody to live in the land of Jerusalem and Israel at large, thereby refusing to pay his or her dues? So when they asked Jesus this question, what Jesus did was that he just looked onto their face and asked them to hand over one of the coins to them. And he asked them that, whose head has been imbued on the coin? And he said, it's for Caesar. And he said to them that, give what is due to Caesar unto Caesar, and whatever that belongs to God, give it to God. When they left that premises, Jesus asked Peter that we have to get something doing in order for us to be able to sort our bills out. Or else, if these people find out that we don't pay our dues, they must see us to be people who have no good moral values. Because it is this tax that we collect from you people, then we put it together to help build the country. So when it happens to be that if you are a good citizen and you don't pay your tax, it means you are somebody without a very good moral values, especially if you are a religious leader, a priest, a pastor, a prophet of that type. So Jesus quickly told Peter to go to the stream, go to the sea, and cast a hook into the sea. And the fish that will be brought out, or the fish that Peter will catch, he should open the mouth of this fish. There's a gold coin in there. You should pick it out. Go out there and pay their bills. Sometimes when I read this scripture, I sit myself down and ask myself so many questions. And I try as much as possible to relate these questions and some of these saying to our human life. And what I've come to realize is that everybody on earth, you need only one big fish. Yes, believe me and trust what I'm saying. Quality supersedes quantity in this intricate web of our human existence. In this world, quality supersedes quantity. So somewhere along the line, I realized that I don't need so many people in my life. I need quality, even if it is one. I need such person in my life. You need a big fish. When Jesus was wandering in the pool of impetuosity and long suffering, he sent Peter to go to the sea and catch only one big fish. You need only one big fish in life to sort all your problems out. You need the Spirit of God to touch the heart of one big fish. And in the mouth of this big fish, there lived a golden coin. And this particular golden coin can sort all your needs and wants in life. This particular coin has the capacity to change your storyline. This golden coin in the mouth of your big fish has that sole responsibility to help extricate and manumute you from poverty. This is the truth. Sometimes we think we need a lot of people. I'm telling you, you don't need so many people. You don't need so many family friends. You don't need so many family members. But you need people who will be there for you. You only need one big fish. If you are going through financial crisis, if you are a woman, a man, and you are wallowing in the pool of impecuniosity and long suffering, where you are tempted to look for people who will help you to extricate, manumute you from that poverty, I am here tonight to tell you that you don't need so many people. You need only one big fish, one, just a single fish. And in the mouth of this fish, there's something unique that can help extricate you from that poverty that you are in, that financial crisis that you find yourself in. You need a big fish, because it got to a time in the life of Jesus that there's nothing that he had not done. He had done everything within his means. and you are aware that Jesus was not just an ordinary man here on earth. Jesus was somebody that carries what we call booms. He was a man that carries power and authority. But it got to a time that Jesus needed not the help of anybody, but the help of only one big fish. You need a big fish. You need a big fish to touch your storyline and transform your life. If you are looking for document in abroad, if you want to be settled, you need a big fish. A big fish. If you're a pastor, if you're a prophet, you don't need so many people around you. Sometimes you think by having 400-500 people under your feet, at least a collective data as of that type, if everybody puts in one city, you can get money to foot your bills. That is a deceptive thought. When it comes to the finances of humanity, you need only one big fish. I am telling you that one particular big fish can sort you out in life. One particular big fish can build you an auditorium where you use to fellowship with God. One big fish can help you, can restore you with a restitution in life. So over my life on earth, the kind of a prayer that I've always been praying is that God should help me, connect me to big fish in life. Because when it got to a point where Jesus saw to it that so many people are around with him. Imagine Jesus being able to feed 5,000 people. Imagine the kind of people who depend solely on Jesus. And none of these people are able to contribute something. They all come to church. These 5,000 men, Bible says it is men. So imagine the women. So approximately, Jesus fed over 15,000 people that day. And nobody sponsored him. It was through one big fish up there. So you can see, this number of people depended solely on Jesus. Where exactly is that young man going to raise money to feed such multitudes? But it got to a point that Jesus understood that he needs one big fish. I'm telling you, if you are younger, you don't need 3 boyfriends. You don't need 6 boyfriends. If you think dating so many men will help you to sort your bills out, then you are deceiving yourself. At the end of the day, you will find yourself infecting yourself with a deadly disease. At the end of the day, if you are not careful, you'll be struck by something that you will not have that capacity to deal with it. So you see, if you are a young, vibrant, and brilliant person, you don't need so many people. The reason why that sometimes I normally go into isolation, I actually isolate myself from people and begin to keep myself silent. It's because I've been praying some kind of a prayer, telling God that I need a big fish, one out of there, one out of thousands of people out there. I'm telling you, if God connects you to your big fish, there is a golden coin in the mouth of your big fish. You need to go for it. This is a prayer that I want you to pray henceforth. Because Jesus understood that he needs a divine connection. God needs to rewire him and connect him to his big fish. Or else you continue to be in the pool of long suffering. You need only one big fish. You don't need anybody. You need only one big fish to help you in life. You need only one big fish to transform your life. And this big fish, this will only become possible when you allow the true spirit. And by conducting yourself very well. The saddest aspect of life is that there are some people who have the opportunity to get connected to their big fish in life, and they'll go there to misbehave, and at the end of the day, their big fish will leave them. I'm telling you that, sister, you actually need help. Personally, I am a man of God. I carry power. The Spirit of God is upon my life, and I can never become successful. I can never become fruitful in life when my ministry has not been connected to my big fish in life. You can only taste the good side of life when your ministry is connected to your big fish. You can only receive whatever you're looking for. You can only pass in life when you are connected to your big fish. If you are on the face, if you are seated on the face of exams, that lecturer, that professor, that teacher over there, God needs to grant you favor in the presence of your big fish. If you have a case at a court of law, you need that grace, that favor before your big fish, who is the judge. Everybody needs a big fish. If you're a business personality, if you want to break, if you want to break through in life, whatever that you are doing, you need a big fish. I'm telling you, the truth about the matter is that you need a big fish. You don't need a lot of people. All those you have entangled yourself with, those people, they've got nothing to do for you. You will only need a big fish. I'm telling you. I'll be honest to you this very evening that, my dear sister, brother, you need a big fish. You need a divine connection between you and your big fish. You need a divine connection. You need somebody who will come in and change the storyline. Jesus was indebted, highly indebted to poverty. He was in debt. They were in a state of perplexity. They were in need. They needed money to sort their bills out. That is why he told Peter to go to the sea and cast the hook. The sea over there is the world. You need the Spirit of God to cast your hook into the sea. You need the Spirit of God to cast your hook into the sea and draw your big fish closer to you. You need that Spirit of God to cast your hook. Some of you people, you will get connected to your big fish and you go there to misbehave. You go there to become ungrateful. I am telling you, my dear, if you allow your big fish to walk out on you and go, I'm telling you, there is no amount of prayer that you pray that God will bring that person back. Some of you people, you have forgotten when you were there. People used to point fingers at you. They used to see you as a barren woman who can't give birth. Now God brought in somebody to touch your life and transform you. Your big fish brought you a baby. Some of you people, you were jobless. Some of you providing for yourself 2 times daily meal was a problem. Some of you people, you were in a state of perplexity, a great perturbation. God took to himself to devise a strategy, a method, a way to bring you to limelight, to rewire you and connect you to your destiny helper. Your destiny helper in here is your big fish in life. I've got my big fish. I have to tell you the truth. I've got my big fish. Everybody needs a big fish in life. Your big fish could be your wife. Your big fish could be your husband. Your big fish could be your friend. Your big fish could be your brother, your own sister, your own siblings. Your big fish could be your spiritual leader. Your pastor could be your big fish. Who is your big fish? You can never make it if you don't have a big fish in life. You need a big fish. You don't just need a friend who will come into your life, do plenty talks. You don't need a man who will come to your life and do plenty talks. You don't need a girl who will come to your life and do plenty talks. You need a big fish. A big fish. You see, one way or the other, each and every one here has a significant problem that you need the Spirit of God to solve it for you. Some of you, you're going through challenges. It could be diseases. You have health challenges. You need a big fish who is highly anointed to step into your life and heal you from your infirmities. Though Jesus has said it in scriptures that he came to this world, took our infirmities on him, and then he was being nailed on the cross. Indeed, that is of the truth. But in reality, before God's miracle will be made manifest in your life, you need somebody as a point of contact in there to allow himself or herself to be used in solving your problem. And these set personalities are your big fishes that I'm talking about. You need people. You need people. You need big fish. Some of you people, you want to break out in life. You need a total breakthrough. You need a breakthrough in life. And this breakthrough will only come about when you are connected to a big fish. When you have these people who are highly endowed with faculties that are more receptive than intellectuals, the first elite ones in the society, when you are connected divinely to these people, they are the very ones who can teach you the road, who can tell you the ways as to how to manage to navigate yourself out of the problems that you find yourself in right now. You don't just need anybody. You don't need plenty people. You don't need plenty people. You need only one big fish. That blind Bartimaeus who was sitting on the roadside, a lot of people passed by him, and these people was not able to help him. But one day, when he stood there blind, he heard a voice and a lot of people passing by, and he understood that this is not just an ordinary person. I can see and feel in the realms of the spirit that my big fish is passing by, and he needed to make a noise for the big fish to hear the voice of this man. And when he made a noise for the big fish to hear his noise, Jesus get connected to this man and healed him. So the blind man was totally healed because he developed that concept, that capacity to make noise. You can't make just an ordinary noise, but noise through prayers, noise through your voice. You need to make some kind of a divine noise in the realms of the spirit for God to hear your voice. I am telling you, you need a big fish in every aspect of your life. If you are looking for a fruit of the womb, you need a big fish. You need a big fish. If you are legally married, if you've got a wife, a husband, and you are looking for fruit of the womb, you need a big fish, a great man of God, who will touch your womb and transform your life, who will put your Samuel. You see, Bible says that Elkanah was legally married to somebody before Hannah. Hannah was the third wife of Elkanah. So it got to a point that there's nothing that Hannah has not done. Yet everything that she did proved futile. So she understood timing and season and how things work here on earth. So she decided to make a noise, cause a divine disturbances in the rest of the spirit, to an extent where when the man of God got closer to her, she didn't even understand the woman that she was spraying. She thought the woman was drunk. My dear, sometimes you need to speak out in the rest of the spirit. You need to talk for God to connect you to you. You are big fish. And don't go there and make loose. When God connects you to your big fish, you go there and misbehave. You see, the saddest aspect of life is that people often forget so easily and so short. Some of you people, I don't know what is actually wrong with you. You were barren, you had no fruit of the womb. People used to see you as a barren woman. Somebody stepped into your life, took your shame and reproach, and today you rebel against such personality, and you go back to church and tell God that, God, I thank you. You can never thank God when you have offended your fellow man. You need to go back and reconcile with your fellow man before you go back to church and give thanks and adoration unto the Spirit of God for granting you access to whatever that you have. Whatever that you were actually looking for, you need to go back. And that is the reality. You were in debt. Somebody stepped in, shook your shoulder, and supported you financially, only for you to gain grounds, and you turn your back onto that big fish who supported you with everything that he or she had. Don't be ungrateful, and don't forget so soon. Don't be that ungrateful personality, because when you become ungrateful, you can never go back to God and tell God to reconnect you to any big fish again. Jesus became very grateful unto the Spirit of God when God was able to grant him that access. When Peter went to the sea and casted the hook into the sea, when he drew the fish, he became grateful. Some of you people, it could be a man or a woman, your fellow brother, your fellow sister had supported you. He or she had always been the big fish in your life, knowing fully well that had it not been this person, whatever situation that you were going through would have killed you. Don't be an ungrateful person, and allow the Spirit of God to take its course in your life. You need a big fish among your children. The children that God has blessed you with. Some of you people, God has given you 3 children, 4 children, 1 child. God has given you a child. You only need 1 big fish among them, and the family will never know poverty anymore. I am not sure that in the family of Cristiano Ronaldo, there are so many types of Cristiano Ronaldo in the family. It is only 1 big fish in the life of Cristiano Ronaldo. In the family of Cristiano Ronaldo, there's only 1 big fish. In the family of Mercy, there's only 1 big fish, and that is Mercy himself. You need a big fish in the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo. You need 1 big fish like Mayweather. You need 1 big fish, a billionaire. If only you are going through financial crisis, You need a big fish, a big fish. You need it. I've always been praying. Anytime that I go on my knees, I tell God that, God, I don't need a lot of people in terms of help, because I've grown to a level where I am matured to understand things. I always said to myself that I don't need a lot of people. I only need a big fish. A big fish who will connect to me, bless me, touch my life, transform my life. And I will also be able to reach my arms to the people who are also around with me. I am also a big fish to somebody, of course. You should understand. Oh, yes. Somebody is also a big fish unto me. So you see, that life cycle, it runs through. We all depend on one. I depend on you, somebody also depend on me. It's like a cycle, one stage to the other. And that is life. Jesus himself, sometimes if you are a man of God, if you are a pastor and you are watching me, listen to me carefully. Jesus was having all the powers in the world. But ask, why was he not able to raise money out of the power that he has? You can be very powerful and much anointed, but I'm telling you that your ministry will only become successful. You can only expand your territories and reach to the far ends of the earth if you have big fish in your ministry. Because this end time, you can never propagate the gospel without a massive or a gargantuan financial support. You need a financial support like that of a broad Nadian, like an engine of that type. You need people. You see, when you read Bible very carefully, when Jesus was being crucified, when he died on the cross, it was Joseph Arimathea and then Nicodemus, these rich people who were in the life of Jesus. They went to the council of elders and pleaded on the behalf of Jesus so that these people can release the body unto them, so that they can go and bury the body of Jesus at peace. If you understand what I'm saying, these people, the big fish of Jesus, were Joseph Arimathea, Nicodemus, and all these people who supported Jesus financially. I don't know what exactly you're going through, but I'm telling you that you don't need so many people. If you're a young girl, you don't need so many people. You only need one big fish. You only need a spiritual guru. If you need a spirit, you see, the saddest aspect of these earthly people is that they think, oh, I know this fetish priest or priestess. They will go to that person, fortify themselves. They will hear of another one, go to another place, fortify themselves over there. So at the end of the day, by the time you sit down and realize, you see very well that you have visited more than 10 to 20 shrines. But in the realms of the spirit, you don't need so many people. You only need somebody like Elisha. You need Elijah. You need Jesus himself. These are the same spiritual gurus, the adept who are being entrusted with divine boons, divine power. When you have an encounter with these people, your life will certainly change. You don't need so many pastors. You don't need to watch so many pastors' video. You only need one person video. You only need one word from a senior man of God. One word. And that one word will challenge your faith. And that one word will liberate you from any captivity. You need a big fish. Don't make mistake and let your big fish go. Don't make mistake by proving stubborn, arrogant, pride, or else you fall on your journey to what? The apex of success. Don't allow your big fish. Jesus understood it. He knew that at this moment I need a big fish. If you are living in abroad and you are looking for a documentation, you need documents. You are in a process of filing your document. You need a divine favor, the mercy of God to connect you to that person there who will grant you that access to your green card. If you're going for an interview, you need somebody in there who will grant you access to your visa. You don't need so many people. You don't need to worry yourself. You don't need to explain yourself to so many people. You need one spiritual higher ranking officer. You need that power, that divine spirit to grant you access to your big fish. You need one big fish to touch you and heal you from your infirmities. You need one big fish to touch you and liberate you from your shame and reproach in life. You need one big fish to speak onto your life and tell you that, sister, worry no more. Brother, worry no more. Bible says that the wife of that prophet in the book of Kings went to this prophet and told the prophet that you know very well that my husband is a righteous person, but when he died in an abject poverty. He left a debt behind. So the debt collectors have come to pick me and my children to go and serve the man we went to take that loan from. The prophet just looked at the woman and said, what do you have? He says, I've got only empty barrels over there. He said, go out there, collect as plenty as you want. Come in here, fill one jar with it, just an ordinary oil, and leave it for about 30 minutes. I'm telling you, you need just one word from a prophet. You need one word from a bishop. You need one word from a big fish. Sometimes when you are poor, when you are going through a lot, it's because of that hardship that you're going through. It makes you to talk so much. Sometimes because of 1,000 Ghana cedis that you want from your brother, because of 1,000 Ghana cedis that you want from your sister, because of 1,000 Ghana cedis that you want from maybe a friend of yours. If you are not careful, you go there and talk too much, and at the end of the day, you will disgrace yourself. If you are not careful, because of ordinary $1,000, just $1,000, you go out there and disgrace yourself. You will talk too much. You reveal certain things that you are not supposed to tell anybody in the society because of ordinary 1,000 Ghana cedis. Sometimes if you are not careful as a woman, in search for a better life, in search for a good life, if you are not careful, you will sleep with countless of men out there because of what? In the process of searching or looking for a good life, because you have not prayed and asked God to connect you to a big fish, and you have taken everything to your own self. You are using your own intelligence and smartness to find your way out of life. The very people who come into your life will come and harm you. Of course, Andre, the global seer, is your big fish indeed. Mensa Richard, big ups to you. Apia Kubi, you need that thing called divine connection. You need that favor in your life. I'm telling you, if you're a young guy, if you're not careful, because of ordinary chicken change, you go out there and talk too much. Henceforth, tell God that, God, connect me to a big fish, because even in the life of Jesus, Jesus prayed for God to connect him to his big fish. If not, the ministry of Jesus wouldn't have been able to be carried out. The ministry of Jesus wouldn't have been successful, because it got to a time that they were in a state of perplexity. They were in a state of great perturbation. They were so disturbed. They needed the help of the Spirit, not in any aspect, but in the field of finances. As far as economic matters, factors in life, you need a big fish. And those of you who have had the opportunity to have big fish in your life, don't be, excuse me for my word, don't be a fool. Don't go and be arrogant. Don't go and be proud. Don't go there and think that you are equal to that person. Don't go there and misbehave. Because if that person leaves you, there's no Jesus who will come to your aid again. When that big fish leaves your life, it means you will suffer till death. One thing that I've come to know in life is that it's not by chance meeting certain people in life, but everybody that you meet in life, if you meet me in life, if I meet you in life, God has purported our meeting to transform both of us, our life. I am supposed to touch certain aspect of your life, and you're supposed to also touch certain aspect of my life. So the only thing that can help us to reach our own divine goals in life is by allowing the Spirit to take its course in our life and becoming that discernible person. Some of you people, I don't know what is actually wrong with you. You meet top, great, higher profile personalities. People that in your dream, even in your dream, you will never have that opportunity to meet them. Not to talk of your in a rare state. And you see, God is so good. And in the real state, you meet these people and you go there to go and misbehave. Somebody who can come into your day, your aid, anytime that you are wandering in the pool of impecuniosity, long suffering. Somebody who can shook his or her hands in the pocket and change your life with something. Somebody who took your shame and reproach upon himself or herself. Why should you be arrogant and rebellious against such types in the society? Be very vigilant and act smart, because if you are my follower, if you are my fan, be rest assured that OPATAFUOR, I am a smart guy. So I expect every wonderful Homo sapien who has been following me to become smart. Be smart. Be smart. Be a smart girl. Be a smart woman. Hide I know is always at last. Hide I know is always at last. And it is only coded in the book of a fool. It is only coded in the book of a fool. Hide I know is always at last. Don't be ungrateful and don't be stubborn. Don't be rebellious, or else life will not take it easily with you. God bless you tonight and stay blessed. Remember that quality supersedes quantity in this intricate web of our human existence. Listen to me once again. Quality supersedes that of quantity in this intricate web of our human existence. For this reason, you don't need quantity in your life. You need quality. You need only one big fish. And in the name of Jesus, may God connect you to your big fish in life. By the end of this week, be connected to your big fish. May you hear a good news. May the Spirit of God locate you and connect you to your big fish. God bless you and bless you so much. Augustina Aqua, Florence Kunadu, and Christina Andrews. God bless you and bless you so much. I am much grateful. You can do me a favor by sharing this live telecast with a lot of people as much as you can, especially the groups that is dedicated for OPATAFUOR and Zenith of Heaven's ministry on Facebook, on our profile page, and everywhere. All the mainstreams to which you can use to share this link. Kindly do justice for me. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Thumbs up. Click if this is your first time watching me. Kindly click on the notification bell so that anytime that I will come online or upload a new video, you still be the first person to get it. Thank you very much. Monica Olympio, you are late.